Casual basketball fan ever since I was a teenager, and I have to say that after watching the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 4 in their series against the Dallas Mavericks in 2011, I have to say that the Los Angeles Lakers have become a complete disgrace.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I was actually rooting for these guys, and I'm actually embarrassed to say that I actually rooted for these guys. Not only did they not play defense, they didn't put any effort into defense in any of their games. They didn't make the appropriate rotations. When Fisher or somebody would try to help out another player, the other players didn't compensate. There was just no effort defensively. Guys were lazy. Guys simply didn't show up. Paul Gasol simply didn't show up, and there's rumors that his girlfriend, he was angry at his girlfriend. He's angry at Kobe Bryant's wife, and he blames her for breaking up him and his girlfriend. He denies that, and it really doesn't matter. He just didn't show up. He wasn't injured, and he did not play very well in the 4 games. Ron Artest was actually kicked out of Game 3. He was suspended for Game 3 because of his actions in Game 2. He was suspended. And not only did the Lakers come into their last game and they didn't play defense, they let the Mavericks get open jump shots, just open three-point shots, and they were just completely humiliated. They made things worse by not only losing by more than 30 points, but getting 2 of their players, Bynum and Odom, were actually ejected from the game because of their body shots or whatever. They were basically trying to knock guys down because they were frustrated that they lost. Well, the Lakers deserve to lose because they didn't put forth any effort. They didn't. That's what defense is about. You have to actually care. And these guys obviously didn't give a damn. It's like these guys don't have any self-respect at all. You can say it's fatigue, but I remember in Game 2, they were missing a lot of free throws. So you can't blame everything on fatigue. And I know that Phil Jackson played Paul Gasol a lot of minutes early in the season because Bynum was injured and he couldn't play. He was actually out for 24 games. Maybe Phil Jackson should have sacrificed some games to ensure that Paul Gasol was fresh. But you can't blame it all on fatigue, because I saw him missing free throws in Game 2. These guys were obviously swept. They lost all 4 games. They lost the first 2 games at home, and of course they lost the last 2 games. It's not that they lost, it's how they lost, you know? And when you want to try to hurt somebody because you didn't play very well, you didn't play very well because you didn't put forth the effort. And that's what defense and the fundamentals are really all about. I'm not pretending to be a basketball expert, but it really bothered me. It's weird. Phil Jackson won 11 championships. He coached 11 champion teams, and his last game, his last series, was probably by far, I would say, is by far his worst. This is the worst Lakers game I've ever seen. Unbelievable. They have so much talent, and they simply didn't show up. I can't respect a team that doesn't care. I can't respect a team that doesn't show up. If you play hard and you lose, I have respect for you, definitely. But when you just don't care anymore, and you just come out and you checked out of the game, and some guys don't even. It's unbelievable. So what should happen next season? Should they trade Paul Gasol? When a guy quits, it's time to move on. It's really time to move on. Maybe they should go after Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard has not won a championship. He's hungry. Okay, Paul Gasol is the reason why. He was a difference maker for the Lakers in winning their 2 championships. But when he basically checked out, when he decided not to put forth effort, that was pretty much the end of the Lakers' run. There was a lot of other problems with the Lakers. It wasn't just Paul Gasol. A lot of guys simply didn't play well. Their bench was completely incompetent and not reliable at all. Sometimes they would show up, but usually they didn't show up. And the jump shooting, the 3-point shooting wasn't very good at all. It was atrocious, actually. And Paul Gasol became a liability on defense, which sort of contributed to a lot of that. Because Dirk Nowitzki, he was getting all kinds of open threes, and Terry, wow. They were getting wide open threes. I mean, wide open. You know, Paul Gasol needs jump shooters to actually force the defense to sort of also spread out a little bit more. Because if those guys can't knock down jump shots, then they're just going to crowd the lane and really prevent Paul Gasol from doing much of anything. So they need some jump shooters. Fisher, you think he's getting too old? I think they need a point guard. They need a younger point guard. They need to upgrade in that position. I'm going to put it to you that way. They need somebody who can chase around all these guys and limit the penetration. They need some guys who can knock down some 3-point shots for sure. And there's obviously not a lot of trust in this team. There's just no trust in this team. Magic Johnson threw around the idea that, let me just ask you: do you think who do they need to trade? Do they need to blow this team up? Wow. You know, I thought I didn't like the Miami Heat, but you know, I like the Miami Heat a lot more than these guys. You know, because wow, I haven't seen anything like this ever. Disgraceful is the word for it. Yeah. Wow.